Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm the player. You are the viewer. This is Bloodborne. This should be the final part of Bloodborne. Hopefully, we're going to finish everything up here today. But we've got a couple of bit of old businesses to take care of. First and foremost, you might notice the fact that our pal Adriana, is not here anymore. And there seems to be a bit of blood. A bit of blood going in this direction. So, let's go back this way and see what's up. Hopefully you are able to hear some improved audio quality, because I went ahead and bought myself some proper headphones with a mic attached to it, so I'm not sounding as muffled. Also, I just got insight. Why did I just get insight?
It can't be. This is a nightmare.
Yeah, so I didn't come back to the chapel during the second phase of the game, but what happens is you talk to her and she says, "Oh, I'm not feeling very well. I'm feeling very sick to my stomach." Whoa, that's big ass spike weapon. Yeah, but anyway, she says that she's feeling uncomfortable and is sick to her stomach. This is why. This. This is why. That is the start of. There's a lot of theories going around about it, but pretty much this is the start of a old one, basically. So no. And interestingly enough, it kills both of them. But this is what we wanted, the 1/3 of the umbilical cord. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. So, we now have 3 1/3 cords. So let's read each of these. A great relic, also known as the cord of the eye. Every infant great one has this precursor to the umbilical cord. Every great one loses its child, then yearns for a surrogate. The third umbilical cord precipitated the encounter with the pale moon, which beckoned the hunters and conceived the hunter's dream. Used to gain insight, and, so they say, eyes on the inside, although no one remembers what that truly entails. Then this one says, every great one loses a child, then yearns for a surrogate, and Odin, the formless great one, is no different. To think it was corrupted blood that began this eldritch liaison. Every great one loses its child, then yearns for a surrogate. This cord granted Mensis audience with Murgo, but resulted in the stillbirth of their brains. So yeah, these things are weird. Just disturbing as all. Stuff just doesn't quite make sense. But before we finish off the mystery of what that is, do we have? They knew. They knew. I never got to finish my beef with Henrik. That's unfortunate. Unfortunate. But there is something else I would like to showcase. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually go back to the very first lamp that we gain access to at the very beginning of the game, and we're going to see if we can talk to our old friend Yosefka. I haven't talked to her in a while. Let's see what these messages have to say. Fear liar, don't be fooled. Fear scoundrel, beware of woman, don't be fooled. We can't actually talk to her. She's not at the door. But I know exactly where she is. So, I'm just going to go ahead and come out and say it. There are 2 Yosefkas, quote unquote 2. We want to come back here, and we're going to have a problem that we're going to need to deal with real quick. And it's him. You're done. Thank you. Wow, when you come here and you're super powered, that ain't much of a problem. I don't believe I actually did it on camera, but after you talk to Yosefka in the beginning of the game, you have opportunities to come back and talk to her again. And just judging by how much damage I do. Judging how much damage I am doing. Ooh, boy. So before I go in further, I want to explain the story. You have the option at the very beginning, you can talk to Yosefka, and she'll say, I can't help you. I have to keep this place closed down. Afterwards, you go and you do your thing. If you come back, you can talk to Yosefka again, and she will say, you can tell people to come to this place. It is a place of safety. But there is a slight difference in her voice and her tone. Whereas when you talk to her the first time, she's a bit more kind in voice and in tone. The second time, she's a little bit more aggressive. It's very subtle, and you can definitely miss it. It's easy to kind of just gloss over. But let's go ahead. We got some insight. There is some stuff going on in Yosefka's clinic, and here's some of what's going down. Oh, you guys do get aggressive. Unable to acquire Yosefka's blood vial due to inventory storage max. So you might notice that this is the beginning of the game, and this is some fucking alien looking thing. This is an element of the game that we have not explored, along with the Canehurst's content. But we weren't able to access this section in the beginning. So let's take a look at what's back here. Boop. So we have one of these creatures along with a chest. Communion. Oh. Another higher blood vial maximum. The highest, actually. This one gives you 3. Wonderful. I think I'm going to be slapping that on. But where we want to go is right over here. Through this door. Now, you obviously don't have access to this corner of this wing of the clinic during Phase 1. During Phase 2, once you gain access to the Forbidden Forest, you can come here. If you come here and you get to this point, Yosefska will threaten you to go away. If you do not, you will have to fight her. It isn't the true Yosefka, though. It is a imposter. But you don't know that, and in fact it can be really hard to figure that out at any point, because there's not too many clues that go about it. But if you come here during the final phase of the game, you will discover something.
God, I'm nauseous. Have you felt this? It's progressing. I can see things. I knew it. I'm different. I'm no beast. Oh, God, it feels awful. But it proves that I'm chosen. Don't you see how they writhe inside my head? It's rather rapturous. God, I'm nauseous. It's
Nope. One-third umbilical cord. Let's see, which one is that one? Here it is. The Provost Wilhelm sought the cord in order to elevate his being and thoughts to those of a great one by lighting his brain with eyes, the only choice he knew if man would ever match their greatness. So it's been a while since I've done the research. I'm not entirely clear. I don't quite remember whether or not this is the fake Yosefka or the real Yosefka. But if you choose to send survivors here as opposed to Odin Chapel, they will be spread out through the building as these alien creatures. And these creatures are referenced to the idea that I forget exactly which of the groups is it. I believe it's the choir. It's the choir that were praying to the cosmos. And there's a lot of talk about kin of the cosmos. There was actually a note we picked up a while ago. But yeah, these guys are some type of space alien. Which, I mean, at this point, why the hell not? Why the hell not? But that's a extra portion of the game that I don't think we're going to be getting to, because we're pretty much at the end.
Ganon awaits you at the foot of the great tree.
Yeah.
Go on, good hunter. Very well then.
So let's go ahead, and we need 30,000 before we do that.
Farewell, good hunter.
I think I can get that. I think I can do that. Oh. You know what? Why the hell not? I'm just gonna pop all of these. See how many levels we can get before the end. because we're pretty much at a point where we're done. So holding on to these doesn't matter that much anymore. Just want to see how many of these we can rack up. Dum-de-dum-de-dum. Come on, how many can we get? How many can we get? Bam. Alright. And, actually, let's do this first.
Away. Very open.
It still leaves me with 23,000 souls. Jeez. Alright, wow.
Farewell, good hunter.
And I don't believe there's any more upgrades that I can do. No, I'm still missing chunks. Well. I mean, why the hell not? At this point in the game, why the hell not? Yeah, let's go ahead and just do this, because it's always good to have extra blood vials. So, this is the important part. Before going into this next room, if you play the game normally and you don't like, this is why I said last time we're going to go for the esoteric ending, because we have the option to go in right now and face whatever's going to happen. But in order to get I guess it would be considered a quote true and true ending. True and true, I don't even know what that means, but I think I meant quote unquote real ending, or an ending that was similar to what Lawrence and the Pale Bloods figured out. We actually need to have eyes on the inside. So you know it's a very important item when it gives you 2 prompts. Now, in order to access what we're going to try to access, you only need 3 of the 4. But I went ahead and got all 4, just because. Alright, so now we have great insight. I'm in canon as opposed to the number on the screen. It's time to go see what Gurman wanted. Oh, take a look at this. Take a look at this.
Good hunter, you've done well. The night is near its end. Now, I will show you mercy. You will die, forget the dream, and awake under the morning sun. You will be freed from this terrible hunter's dream.
So, here is where you get access to ending A or B. Ending A is you submit your life, he lops off your head, and that's that. Game is done. You have a ending resulting from that decision. To refuse is going to get you ending B. It also gets you an extra fight. which is what we're going for.
Dear, oh dear. What was it? The hunt? The blood? Or the horrible dream? Oh, it doesn't matter. It always comes down to the hunters help her to clean up after these sorts of messes. Tonight, Gammon joins the hunt.
And now we have to face off against Gehrman, the first hunter. The hunters in this game are the most dangerous of fights, and Gehrman is the top tier of that. As you can see, he does a load of damage. And I'm actually going to eat this.
You must accept your death.
Mm-hmm.
Be freed.
Yeah, so Buddy Gurnim, he is no joke. Must be taken very, very seriously. I need to make one change before we go back. And I need to switch this to my +3. And even though we'll be at 20, it's okay. We're gonna make this a legitimate attempt. Although I didn't equip myself properly like I should have, so... Okay, maybe I won't make this a legitimate attempt. Maybe I will. Oh, big wind up on that, so you gotta be careful. Oh, no, he's got all the poise for that.
You must accept your death.
Blech. Alright, yeah, so there's a couple of things that I want to change up. First and foremost, I'm actually shaking him, breaking his poise a little bit more than I thought I would, except for those big wind-up attacks. That one where he throws his scythe from behind him is one I've really got to pay attention to, because that one's got a long wind-up, so it can really throw you off. Gonna go in there with fire, see how that does us. Oh! Oh, that came out a lot quicker than I thought, than I had anticipated. Oh! Alright, come on, man. Alright, he's gone to his second phase now. Now he's gonna start running with his gun. Come on now. Oh, it's normally a good hit. Oh! Oh my. Come on now. Got it. All right. Phase shift. Oh. Oh, back it up, back it up. So this gives you a lot of time to get an attack in, but it's got a huge AoE, so you have to be very, very careful. And now he's going to switch back to his scythe. Bam! Got it. Beautiful. Oof. That's very dangerous and very hard to dodge. Oh, beautiful. That's exactly what I needed. That is exactly what I needed. Missed that. Come on now. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. That is. That one's a real easy one to get a shot in on him. Time to go. You can get a lot of free hits on, but I'm trying to be a little bit more cautious. Woo! Jeez. Jeezums. Ah, balls. Nope, nope. Come on, come on. Get it, damn it. Come on now, come on now. Oh! That's it, that's it. Okay. The old hunter's badge. Now then, here comes the extra bit. Hi! Whatever the hell you are. All I know is you're gross as hell. So, this is ending B. If you don't have the umbilical cords, you accept its embrace. But, because we ate the umbilical cords and have eyes on the inside, rejected it. Now the question is, can I do this? Actually, I don't think I'm gonna. Hey, you know what? Why don't I give it a try? Oh, that's right. I forgot he does that. Yeah, I forgot about that. So closing the distance is kind of what you want to do, because that giant explosion takes you down to 1 HP. So, because that's a pain in the ass to have to deal with, we want to get in close. I'm also thinking I need to stick to my sword. I'm worried that this might be a little bit too fast. Alright, moon presence, let's take 2. Alright, maybe not. Maybe not. Also, it seems like fire's not doing that much damage, actually. Maybe I try without that, then. Yeah, this creature's kind of similar to blood-starved beasts in that it has a lot of wild, erratic attacks. And that's where the difficulty lies. But getting behind him is actually a really good strategy. If you can manage it. Now, let's just get that health back, please. Thank you. Oopsie. I want that back. Okay, you want to stay away from the blood splatter. Alright, we're doing pretty good. Alright, clear. Actually, nope, back enough, back enough. Oh, what the? Oh no! Oh, that's what that does. I forgot about that. So my healing abilities have been blocked temporarily, and death has been granted to me. Oh, I forgot about that. Scheiße. Okay. I need to turn this down a little. Okay. I think I want to go back to my hammer. I think that might have been doing more damage overall. But I wasn't able to actually pay attention and notice. Let's do it. I think this is a bust. Yeah. I really need to check on whether or not my sword or my hammer is doing more damage. I don't believe he can actually be countered, so it might not be worth it to try and use my counters. I really should figure that out. I don't remember. But this is it's a difficult fight, but it's not that bad. There are definitely worse. Yeah, I think my sword's actually doing way more damage. In comparison to I'm spending way too much time in front of him. But he's just so fast. So that, oh my god, wow. That was a huge hitbox. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and stick to my sword for this. I may just want to take a look at what the Blades of Mercy do. I don't think it's really gonna do much. But in comparison to what I'm doing with my hammer, the slow rate for my hammer versus the speed of my sword. 29. Oh my god, that stomp is crazy! So I need to stop going underneath it and start going to the side of it. And yeah, my Blades of Mercy are just too short. I need a bit more range. So that's going to require my sword. And I've yet to test out whether or not I can actually counter him, so I should figure that out. If that actually hit him. I don't think I can counter him. I don't think I can counter him, so I'm just gonna go ahead and fight him straight up with my sword. And hope that that's good enough. All right. Again, this is not the worst fight in the game, but his erratic movements make it challenging. So we can't deny that. And that too, I should know that by now. Ooh, that one just missed me. Alright, that's fine. Alright, back off. Alright. Okay. There's so much to keep track of. But I'm feeling good about it. I'm not too overly concerned about sucking or not sucking. So feeling good, feeling fine. Oh, that. Oh, oof. Alright, yep. I could feel that one. I can feel that one too. Yep. Alright. Alright, I'm gonna back off. That was a bad spot. That was a bad spot. Ah, shit. I have to do this. I don't want to, but no choice. Oh, come on now. If you're gonna do that, at least come out here. Fight me. Got all my health back. I'm okay with that. They call that a good exchange. It's fine. Back it up, back it up. Nope, not today. Oh! Oh! Oh, it's done! Wow! Nightmare slain. The true nightmare slain. And now for ending C.
Are you cold? Oh, good hunter.
So ending A, where you choose to submit your life. Gurman kills you, and then it's exactly as he said. You wake up with the sun rising in Yharnam. Ending B, you defeat Gurman, you are embraced by the moon presence, and you accept it, and you become the new overseer of the dream. You take Gurnham's place. Ending C, because you have that knowledge of the inside, you have these items of the gods, the old ones. You defeat the moon presence to become the moon presence. It's kind of nuts. But I adore this game so much. Unlike the Souls series, Dark Souls 1, 2, and 3, both Demon Souls and Bloodborne got me in a very particular way, and I think it's because Demon Souls and Bloodborne are semi-open worlds because they're mostly linear in their exploration. Dark Souls series kind of just lets you go out into the world and figure it out where you need to go. What path's the right path? And there's a bunch of stuff that you can access that's just extra. You don't even need to go there to advance the story. But for Demon Souls and Bloodborne, it's a lot more linear. It is less figuring out where you need to go, and there also happen to be extra side areas which you could just stumble upon. For Demons and Bloodborne, you can just... It's a relatively straight line. There are some curves in the line, but it isn't like Dark Souls, where there are a bunch of turnoffs that lead to dead ends. And it's easier for me to keep in my brain how that all goes down. I also very greatly appreciate the speed of Bloodborne. Its pacing in its combat just feels right. It feels good. And you get that same experience with all of the Souls games. So definitely, if you haven't tried this series yet, I do highly recommend it, just because it gives you such a thrill, such a rush to be victorious in combat. Even with games that have this type of combat, third-person action combat, my mind immediately jumps to Witcher. My experience with Witcher, the very first time I played it immediately after beating Bloodborne. And I hated it. The combat in Witcher, you absolutely cannot play a game like that right after playing something like Bloodborne. I discovered afterwards, after I'd let almost a year pass in between my first time playing Witcher and then me picking it up again. The second time around, I was like, oh, you know what, this combat's not that bad. It's not great, but it's fine. But the very first time, immediately after playing Bloodborne, which because its combat is so tight and refined, because it has to be. You have to be able to have that precision and those attacks at a moment's notice. And compared to The Witcher's combat, it made it feel clunky and slow and just heavy and not in a good way. The Souls series and Bloodborne make you earn your victories, and there is very few experiences in which echo the feeling that you get when you conquer a boss in a Souls game. I can remember in Demon Souls, Flame Lurker and Old King Allant. Those two experiences are stuck in my mind forever as experiences in which I felt the most accomplished playing a game ever. Because those fights are so intense. And you have to earn it. And when you've earned it, it feels great. And the same thing applies to Bloodborne. There are fights, especially I remember the first time when I fought Gurman. I just felt so accomplished.
All signed and sealed.
Here's the thing about the Bloodborne.
Let's begin the transfusion.
Bloodborne will send you right into your second playthrough. Unlike, I want to say Demon Souls, I vaguely remember it doing it, but they give you the option. I want to say, I don't know if that's for sure, but I like to say they give you the option to go into New Game Plus, while Bloodborne kicks you into it right away. So, you know, that's for people who choose to go down that route. There's a lot of stuff in this game that I skipped over. A lot of content that I skipped over because scheduling purposes, I really wanted to finish this and get it done because I wanted to do the playthrough to show it off. But I realized that there were other things that I wanted to do as well. So I really had to speed my way through it a lot faster than I would have liked because, again, I will repeat, there is a lot of content that I skipped over. I didn't go to Canehurst Castle. I didn't fully explore the Nightmare realm, something that you guys I didn't even show. What else? There's one other thing. There were various side paths that I didn't take. There's one in particular that's escaping me right now. I might be thinking of the Nightmare realm. The Nightmare realm and Canehurst are two big areas that I just flat out didn't show because I was determined to get through the main path in order to fit my scheduling. But there's more to this game than what I just showed off, and I really implore you to, if you haven't played it yet, play it. Now, I will say that this game is not for everybody, but if you can get over that hump of the difficulty of the game, if you can quote unquote get good, because this series makes you earn it. It makes you earn every inch. It's one of the most satisfying experiences I've had in a video game. So I really encourage everyone to go for it and give it a shot and try, because I think you can share my sentiments in that. So that is going to do it for this series on Bloodborne. Stay tuned for the next, and because what's coming next I am so excited for. So I hope you'll join me for that journey. But until then, bye everybody.